Hello, Samus Rennie here. This is it. The last week before Brawl. The hype for this game was amazing. Let's look back at the moments and the great time we had anticipating it. This time, this edition of this series that I'm going to use to keep you guys hanging in there waiting for this game is going to cover the best characters in Brawl. Now, this will contain spoilers, so if you're avoiding character roster spoilers, I suggest you tune out. Anyways, this is done.
Number 5.
What the F? That's what many exclaimed when hearing that Rob was a brawler. Certainly not a character many of us expected, or necessarily wanted. The clunky NES accessory did make it in, and how does he look? Well, he made it on my number 5 spot, but not as the 5th worst gaming peripheral. Rob has really cool moves. His optical laser looks like a generic laser, but you'll need to charge it over time. His booster pack is a really neat move that you'll have to balance out when using because it requires fuel. Just like the actual toy, Rob has a spinning attack which looks hilarious in motion, but undisputably, the best ROB move is his Beyblade launch. Nintendo didn't have to worry about infringing any rights because Beyblade is dead now, RIP. Rob's specials use his optical drive, spinning abilities, and booster blasting legs. They feel really original. His final smash is a really cool whirling optical shadow blast from his eyes. One of the most requested characters for Brawl for me was Rayo1 from Custom Robo. He may have not have made it, but I think I prefer Rob. He's really original and has some of the zaniest attacks and looked very fun to play as.
Number 4.
Snake is a very interesting newcomer to Smash Bros. Not only being the first revealed third party, he was primarily a fighter wielding weapons. Many wondered how he'd transition into Smash with his large arsenal of guns and fighting moves. In my opinion, they couldn't have done a better job. Snake's moves are all fantastic. Snake's recovery was always debatable. Could it have been a chopper? Well, that ended up as part of his final smash, the grenade launcher. Badass. Instead, he got the UFO-like hovering Cipher for his recovery. Definitely not something all of us would have expected. All the special moves have unique properties. Snake's grenades can be tossed to different degrees and explode after a while. The Nikita was a really great choice for a move. There are so many epic experiences to be had with it while playing the Metal Gear games. The C4 is a remote mine which activates with the press of a button. Ever in a team match? Stick one on your partner and do a suicide bomb. Poor Kirby feels left out with the lack of his Kirby side in Brawl. Snake's smashes are equally cool. His up smash is a mortar missile that goes up, and guess what? Comes right back down where he launched it. His forward smash is also a really cool badass missile attack. All in all, Snake has transitioned into a series where most would have thought he would never fit in. Certainly one of the most pleasant surprises in Brawl. Oh, let's not forget, bearded Kirby equals Rim.
New metal test.
Finally, that's what everyone said on October 10th when Sonic was confirmed on the Smash Bros. Dojo. Although his update was bundled with a hint at a delay, there was no doubt that the Smash community was very happy. They reached over 9,000 topics on game FAQs. It was over 9,000! One of the problems that many found with Sonic was that he could not have original moves. Fans obviously knew that the recent Sonic games, however, had many possible techniques for Sonic to use. Well, the people that doubted his moves were right and wrong. 3 of Sonic's specials and numerous other moves have him rolling in his ball form. Thankfully, these attacks all have different properties. His recovery was an interesting surprise. Many thought it might have been the light dash from the adventure games, but it turned out to be the classic spring. Quite an interesting and great choice. Everyone knew that Sonic's final smash would be the Super Sonic, yet it's still cool to see it. Super Sonic gets the chance to fly around the stage and pummel everyone. That is really Super Saiyan. Sonic is a Nintendo character at heart, and thank God that he's in Brawl.
Second place.
Pokemon Trainer was requested by many fans as a brawler, well smasher, since the Melee days, but the main argument against him was that he can't fight. He has no real fighting skills. Well, in Brawl he doesn't either. It's just 3 Pokemon that do it. Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard are essentially what the Pokemon Trainer is as a character. You can switch between them. This is crucial and necessary, because if you don't, your Pokemon will get tired and start to lose energy. The 3 Pokemon all have interesting moves. Squirtle has his Withdraw, his Water Gun, Cough Cough, Flood 1.5, and his Waterfall. Ivysaur has the Bullet Seed, Razor Leaf, and Vine Whip attacks. Charizard, my personal favorite, has the Scorching Flamethrower, the Brutish Rock Smash, and takes flight to recover using his Fly attack. The trainer sends out his 3 comrades simultaneously as his final smash. Each Pokemon shows their 4th moves here: Hydro Pump, Solar Beam, and Fire Blast respectively. While using a trainer as a character seems generic, it's still the most unique idea in Brawl. I would have preferred good old Professor Oak. He did give you all 3 starters after all. It's still great to see the 3 Pokemon that were begging to be your partners in the 1998 journey all at your disposal in Smash. It's wonderful. It can make a Pokemon fan cry. What can I say? This is the character I wanted in Brawl most, and I can't say I'm not grateful for his inclusion. He is the most unique character in this entire game. His game revolves around the 5 different Pikmin. Ordering them around and throwing them is just fun. Olimar is the best character in Brawl. Flying off in the spaceship sound. I called Olimar's recovery right after Brawl was announced. I said, if Olimar is in Brawl, he'd use a chain of Pikmin to grab onto the ledge. Well, I was right. Yippee! It's important to have many Pikmin plucked to get maximum recovery, of course. Olimar has a really interesting final smash. Just like in Pikmin, when nightfall arrives, Olimar takes refuge in his ship, while the creatures of the planet come and devour leftover Pikmin left on the ground. Well, in Brawl, the creatures come and devour your foes. Quite handy. Olimar tends to have unfortunate experiences, so his ship comes crashing down at the end of the final smash, and, well, kills pretty much all foes in radius. This made Brawl for me. Without Olimar, I would have had some gripes with the game. Now, I have come to peace. Well, those are my top 5 Brawl newcomers. I love and adore each of them. Stay tuned throughout this week, and I will have many more features that talk about the top 5 and top 10 things of a certain category that I like in Brawl best. Anyways, Xanthus Ramjet, signing off.